Hi, welcome to the Crypto Republic. Before we dive in, if you're serious about staying ahead in this once-in-a-lifetime financial shift, make sure you like this video, drop a comment, and subscribe to the Crypto Republic. Something massive is happening on the XRP ledger right now. Whales are quietly moving behind the scenes, stacking XRP at a pace we have not seen in years. On-chain data is flashing a signal we cannot ignore. This isn't just a spike, it's a structural shift in accumulation. And when smart money moves like this, history shows retail investors often realize it far, far too late. In today's video, we're diving deep into why whales are hoarding XRP, how this pattern ties back to historic supply shocks, and what it might mean for the next explosive chapter in Ripple's story. Stay with me, because this isn't just about price. It's about understanding power, money, and the future of finance. Let's rewind for a moment. In financial history, whenever a scarce asset starts to get absorbed by institutions or insiders, the supply dynamics change forever. Think of gold in the 1930s, when central banks hoarded tons of bullion, draining circulation from the open market. Prices were artificially suppressed for a while, but long-term gold became the ultimate store of value. Now fast forward to the 1980s, Japanese conglomerates buying U.S. real estate. Same story. The little guy didn't see it coming until skyscrapers in New York and Los Angeles were already in foreign hands. And here in 2025, we may be witnessing a similar accumulation phase with XRP. The difference? This isn't land or gold. It's digital liquidity for a new financial system. On-chain data doesn't lie. Wallet clusters tied to high-value holder whales have been absorbing XRP throughout July, August, September, and continuing into Q4. And here's the kicker. This level of accumulation hasn't been recorded since the pre-2021 run-up, when XRP nearly shocked the market with a historic rally. Why is this important? Because every coin taken off exchanges into whale wallets reduces circulating supply. Liquidity tightens, just like when oil producers hold back supply. Prices adjust upwards. When demand collides with scarcity, we are seeing a digital version of OPEC at play on the XRP ledger. These aren't just anonymous whales chasing a quick flip. Many are tied to corporate treasuries, funds, and early movers preparing for tokenized finance. Look at history for a second. Rockefeller didn't just buy oil barrels, he built Standard Oil to control the future of energy. JP Morgan didn't just speculate in steel, he consolidated railroads and finance to shape an era. Now modern equivalents are happening in crypto. Treasury strategies are emerging where companies allocate hundreds of millions into XRP, not as speculation, but as reserves for cross-border payments, liquidity management, and tokenized settlement. This is why we can't ignore the whale moves. They're not thinking in weeks or months, they're thinking in decades. Ask yourself, why would these players accumulate now? The answer may lie in global finance transitions. Central banks are experimenting with CBDCs. The IMF is outlining digital asset frameworks. And private markets are beginning to tokenize real-world assets like bonds and credit. Ripple sits at the intersection of all of this. So when whales hoard XRP today, it's like buying railroad steel in the 1800s, internet bandwidth in the 1990s, or lithium in the 2010s. They're not betting on hype. They're positioning for infrastructure. So where does this leave us, the retail holders? Well, history shows the wealth transfer doesn't happen in the noise of day-to-day charts, but in the quiet periods where the big players load up. XRP may be trading at just a few dollars now, but if whale accumulation continues, we could be staring at the early signs of the next supply shock. Remember, when the insiders corner an asset, retail usually wakes up only after the move has already played out. Don't underestimate what's happening here. This is bigger than speculation. It's about liquidity, power, and the redesign of global payments. If this opened your eyes, smash that like button, ring the bell, leave a comment with your thoughts. Turn on notifications, and most importantly, subscribe to the Crypto Republic, bringing you the truth about XRP, global banking moves, and the wealth transfer already unfolding. Don't just watch history happen. Stay informed, stay ahead, stay in the Republic.